As winter weather descends, things change across our Army. It's a time for skiing, snowmobiling, snowboarding, and training. The biggest changes are on the roadways. The most dangerous thing you'll do all winter long is step into your vehicle. Ice, snow, and treacherous winter winds can take the simplest drives, the ones you make every day, and turn them into deadly disasters. The first line of defense against breakdowns and other car problems is proper pre-season precautions. A good habit to develop is to have your car winterized by a certified mechanic in October, before winter has set in. If you're the type that does their own work, follow the instructions from your owner's manual on how to properly winterize your vehicle. Be sure to check your fluids, wipers, battery, and oil, as you may need to change to winter weight oil. Also important is your vehicle's antifreeze. Make sure the proper water to antifreeze ratio is present in your engine's cooling system. A cracked engine block or broken radiator can be very expensive. A proper winter car kit can not only make you more comfortable if you're stuck in traffic for an extended period or just plain stuck, but it can also save your life. Be sure to pack all the essentials you'll need in an emergency. The following items should be kept in your vehicle at all times. This is not an all-inclusive list, and you should add items based on the length of your trip. Remember, your car or truck, even a four-wheel drive, is only as good as its tires. Worn or improperly inflated tires are a real hazard in snow and icy conditions. There are tires that can help keep your vehicle on the road where it belongs instead of a ditch or in the body shop. Consult your vehicle's manual to see which tires are right for your vehicle.
The tires are important because you need more traction to start off and stop. And if you have snow tires, you'll have that traction because they're a thicker tread and they're a softer tread where you can get that traction. And the most important thing is stopping and going, or stopping and starting a vehicle. And if you can't do that, I mean, you know, once you get going, you can't stop, and sometimes you can't even get going. So with good tires all the way around, or snow tires in the back of your vehicle, you should have no problem.
This is a snow tire. The tread is a lot thicker and it's softer, and it won't freeze. Like radial tires will freeze up, and that's why they're so slick in the winter. But these snow tires have twice as much tread on it, and they're soft. So that softness will grip that snow and ice. If you do a lot of traveling, you might want to consider studs. All right, this is snow tires, and they put studs all through the outside of the tire. And these studs, I mean, they're like nails. They'll just grip that ice, and they'll grip the snow. You start easy, you stop good. There's no problem with these. But a lot of states only allow these from November through April, because anything after April, the roads are warm, and these studs will start tearing apart the blacktop. So you got to check with the states. If you need to go up a hill and you can't make it, throw snow chains on. You know, if you need to go down a hill and you're afraid you might wipe out, throw a set of snow chains on. They work. They're not to drive. The fastest you drive with these, maybe 20 miles an hour. But once you get up and down, that's all. You don't need nothing else, you know.
When you start your journey, take the time to prepare your car or truck for the trip. Make sure to remove snow and ice from your windshield, wipers, license plates, and lights. Visibility is key to staying safe in winter weather. Clearing your windshield allows you to see. Making sure your lights are unobstructed allows others to see you. And make certain your windshield wiper reservoir is full of winterized windshield wiper fluid. Once you start driving, remember, speed kills. Allow more time to travel and increase the following distance between you and other vehicles. No matter how experienced you are in winter driving conditions, slowing down can be the difference between life and death.
The most important thing is to slow down. If the speed limit is 55, most people think they can drive 55, but when it's snowing and icy and hard-packed snow, you can't drive 55.
Do not use the cruise control in these situations. Your vehicle's cruise control is maintaining a set speed, and will continue to do so if you lose traction. It is also important to stay alert and look as far ahead as possible when driving in hazardous road conditions. Actions by other drivers can alert you to potential problems ahead. We've all seen the pictures of multi-car pileups on the interstate. Make sure you're not in the next photo. Of course, a vehicle that starts must come to a stop. Modern ABS braking systems help maintain control of the vehicle, helping experienced and inexperienced drivers alike. But even with modern brakes, you will need to begin slowing down well before you typically would when the roads are clear. ABS brakes require a steady application of pressure. There is no need to pump the brakes. You can simply mash them down, and the vehicle will do your controlled braking for you. When you have an older braking system in your car, a different strategy is required. Gently pump the brakes for a slow and controlled stop. If you're too aggressive, the wheels may lock up and cause an uncontrollable slide or skid. Make sure to give large trucks more room, as it takes longer for them to stop in winter conditions. Don't cut in front of them, or you may become a hood ornament. On slick surfaces, any abrupt maneuver can make you lose control of your vehicle. Avoid skids or fishtails by anticipating lane changes and slowing down in advance before you get to turns or curves. Take a turn too fast, and it's easy to find your vehicle careening out of control. You must also be gentle with accelerator input. A heavy right foot can put you in a non-recoverable situation. Also remember, some hazards are not as obvious as others. Snow and ice are often readily apparent. However, the hidden killer is black ice. Black ice is actually just a thin, transparent layer of ice. It looks simply like the road is wet. Instead, the road is slippery and incredibly dangerous. Bridges, overpasses, and areas in the shade are particularly prone to black ice, and drivers should use the utmost caution in these areas.
And black ice, you might have a nice clear day one day, but that night you'll have hail or maybe slight rain. That rain will go on to blacktop, and that blacktop will freeze overnight, and you might have a little bit of snow up top of that, and nobody knows it's black ice under there. Black ice it's very, very hard to control a vehicle on black ice. The best way to control a vehicle is to have studded tires. Other than that, you would just have to take your foot off the accelerator or keep your foot on the accelerator at a constant speed when you're going across the black ice.
Most of the same precautions you take in your privately owned vehicles apply to tactical vehicles as well, with the exception being your tactical vehicle probably weighs quite a bit more than your POV. Commanders will apply proper composite risk management, and only mission-essential trips generally occur in the worst winter weather. When forced to traverse in potentially unsafe conditions, soldiers can make the trip much safer by applying snow chains to their tires. Check state and local laws for chain use in your area.
Everything that applies to a POV will apply to a tactical vehicle. The same braking, steering, and utilizing tire chains.
Everyone who regularly confronts winter driving conditions will eventually get stuck in the snow. To get out, you must clear a path and straighten your front wheels, and then use gentle pressure on the accelerator to avoid spinning your wheels. If you remain stuck and still can't get the vehicle to budge, try rocking the vehicle back and forth. Before you do, consult your owner's manual. This technique may damage some transmissions. If you packed a shovel in your survival kit, now is the time to use it to clear the snow from the wheel areas and as much as you can under the car. Kitty litter or sand will make for good traction. Apply in front of or behind the driving wheels of the car. This is when it helps to know if you have a rear or front-wheel drive vehicle. If conditions worsen while you are traveling, there is a chance you may become stranded. If so, don't panic. This is one reason you packed your emergency kit. Tie the brightly colored cloth to the antenna, as this will act as a distress flag. Stay in the car and set your hazard lights. Run your engine for just 10 minutes every hour, and make sure you keep your exhaust clear. To help further prevent carbon monoxide exposure, keep one window slightly open. To help stave off hypothermia, do minor exercises to keep circulation and blood flowing, and be sure to avoid alcohol. It lowers the blood temperature and makes you drowsy. You will need a clear head to survive. Huddle together with your blanket or sleeping bag and wait for help to arrive. Winter driving requires you to pay extra attention to your environment and to the people around you. Even in parking lots, the most common home to fender benders in the winter, it's important to slow down and drive with caution. Taking the time to prepare your vehicle beforehand, giving yourself plenty of time to get to your destination, and making smart decisions will ensure you and your vehicle make it into spring in one piece. Remember, this winter, Army safe is Army strong.